And we're ready to move on. We just destroyed the brood mother here, and we should be able to reach the anvil of the void.
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared. What was that?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. Branka? By the stone! I barely recognized you!
Ogren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Endrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
Okay. There's the options aren't too bad. It's more of a what sort of an angle I want to play here. Do I want to start figuring with the woman? Probably not. My father is dead. The assembly is deadlocked. Do I want to make an issue that Indrid was my father? It doesn't seem like a thing I would care about at this point. It's I'm a Grey Warden now. My interests lie in some against the Darkspawn, actions against the Darkspawn and the Polite. That's my main focus. Surely I want to stop Balin from getting the throne, but that's my interest in it. So is there somewhat of a neutral option? Okay, how do you know I'm not just helping Ogren?
Because nobody helps Ogren. At best, Ogren's need to find me happened to coincide with the needs of someone more important.
Ah, you are impossible! This Grey Warden's come all the way from the surface to ask your help picking Endrin's successor!
I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very Darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it.
So what's the catch?
The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caradin himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void.
So, hello, miss. Doesn't matter how we get there as long as we get there. Okay. Well, we knew she sacrificed her own clan entirely. Betrayed. I think she, yeah, it was mentioned she betrayed them. So, did she give them to the Darkspawn? Does that include Hespith and the others of your house?
Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caridon's maze, and out to where the anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
Good old Branka. She's a bit, abrasive, isn't she? Guess I forgot that part about her screeching in my ear every sodding day. Oh well. I'll help her get the anvil, and then she'll come home, and everything will be better.
I know offense, Ogren, but I think you're delusional. He doesn't give a shit about you. Not anymore. Inventory. Is something we really don't give a crap about. A lot actually, but
I needed people to test Caridon's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me, even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices. As many sacrifices as are needed.
yep. Sacrifice everyone.
Now's better than later.
Let's see some blood!
She shouldn't have gone. She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already. But some of the women were transforming. I knew what they would become. There would be an endless supply, fresh, dark spawn to test the traps. They could still serve me, let me find the anvil. It was the only way.
Ah, shit. The inventory. Ah, crap. Flasks. Let's go away. I think we even have lesser lyrium
Can I
potions
get you a
at this
ladder
point.
so you can get off my
Yeah,
back?
I don't care about the dagger. More enemies. Emissary. Shit.
Where now?
Sounds better.
Ogres just don't have the same threat they used to be. I love that happy laughter my character sometimes laughs.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Large, cheap lighting. I'm not even bothered taking these. It has to be something
Now's better than
useful,
later.
otherwise we'll ignore it. You have to ignore it.
Alright, alright. Oh, my spell. Alright, alright.
Clearing potions always welcome. Not only are they quite invaluable,
Can I
it's
get
not
you a
exactly
ladder
like
so you can get off my
iron bar.
back?
It's not exactly like we can get replacements at this point. We'd have to backtrack so much, it just isn't worth it. We'll push through, get rid of the crappier
Now's
equipment.
better than later. I'll get on it. Got it.
Glad I took the Liana on here. Shit. Hopefully the traps are not something you can disarm, so we can just plow through. A lot of golems. Okay, looks like poison mist and golems. Okay, tactical switch. Cleansing aura. Maybe the timing isn't good though. Let's go. Gas valve, gas valve, gas.
Now's better than later.
Okay, we're going to have to kill 4 of those. At least. That's what it looks like. I'm thinking of raising the healing point a little bit, because if you're taking a large amount of damage and the AI starts to heal after you fall before 50%, by the time he actually gets around to doing any healing, it's usually too late. Yeah, don't go there. Let him quake in peace.
Got it.
We should have 3 ring slots. Yep, just put anything in there. Any gloves you can. Yep. Much better. Doesn't seem to be too difficult. No. Has to be something notable. We still don't have all that many slots. 4! I'm guessing we're getting more than 4 potentially useful items out of this. And another trap. What is it this time? More golems. What a goddamn shot. Stone golem, stone golem. Oh, they got us good. Yeah, now's the time for you to cleansing aura. Shit. They have a huge damage burst. Absolutely fantastic. But I want to stop the fighting if I can. It's likely a similar fight there. Need to recharge my
There is much to
mana.
do.
We might want to use a sacrificial lamb there too. Not everyone can go there. Okay, let's try to do this. Shale's going to be taking the damage. gonna hurt. Heroic defense.
As you say.
Now, it's okay to go and help. Going to use their Quake attack very soon. I want this life ward on you.
I'm here.
So you're very likely to die here.
Time to kill something.
I feel we're better off not sending too many guys to attack there. Just send Daryl to the Quake without doubt. And 2 guys doing the Quake there. We won't survive through that.
What is your command?
We need to play the AI with the golems. They need to be challenged in close quarter combat, but we can't surround them. It seems 2 against 1 is the best they'll accept. If we take a 3rd one there, they'll quake us. That just... if a single one does that, that's not too bad, but if there's 2 or more, that's pretty much a death sentence. Oh, okay, now looks like huge lyrium veins. So what is it? A lot of lyrium veins. Have to be careful with those. They will replenish us, so we should use those, but we're not the only ones who can use them. Yeah, I don't get what's happening.
Time to kill something.
Oh, they're summoning spirits.
I'll get on.
It's not. We can't target them or anything like that. I mean the central statue there. It is an enemy, marked as an enemy, but there's nothing to attack there. Um, it's emitting something. Okay, what happens now? These guys aren't moving. Ah. So we can't directly damage them, we can damage them through these. Oh, something's happening. I'm trying to shoot the same one we already shot once.
All right. Ready.
Well, they're casting spells on us.
Right.
Another 500 points of damage. I think there's a time limit here, so maybe we shouldn't be too greedy. Take one opponent at a time.
I'll get up.
Don't attack it. This one has no burning eyes, so I'm going to keep trying to attack it. Nothing to attack anymore.
Can I get you a ladder? That's right. Can I get you a ladder? Get off the back.
Okay.
Got it. Get off my back.
Yeah, how about you stay there?
As you say.
The lyrium isn't all that useful. Just help a little bit. How to kill it.
Got it.
We're not in any danger, this is just gonna take some time. Kill that one.
I shall do it.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get up.
Fine.
Where now? I shall do so.
Should be the last fight.
What is your command?
Hold on.
Marvelous.
Hard fight. I don't really see how you can lose this. Maybe if you're too aggressive, I suppose. You don't really wait and see what's going on, you just try to attack everything. So you pull too much aggro on you. Oh yeah, I think we reached our destination.
My name is Carradine. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar.
Carradine, the Paragon Smith. Alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale of the House of Kadash. Step forward.
You know my name. Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? It has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest warrior to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The anvil of the void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
So you made the anvil, I take it.
Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
So, was it worth it?
So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next.
Okay, why did you seal the way, Orzammar could use it?
No! I entombed myself here to find a way to destroy the anvil. It must not be used again!
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale, you fought to destroy the anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again!
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help me destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Naturally, what is being done to these golems is a very nasty thing. More importantly, it's been clearly used that they stopped caring about volunteers and they started to volunteer people themselves to this. So basically, imagine a political leader having better uses for criminals, unwanted in society, political opponents, anything can just be not just being gotten rid of, but turned into a usually powerful engine of war that is 100% obedient to you. The potential for abuse is insane with such a system. It's not just a matter of if it's going to be used, it's a matter of how long before someone does it. And once someone goes that road, is there anything you can do to stop it anymore? On the other side, it's naturally a very powerful army that Orzammar could use right about now. I guess I'm more inclined to side with my golem ally and him. Branka is clearly insane. Well, insane in the sense he has no moral qualms about anything after when she goes after a target. So, but the benefit could be great. The thing about it is, I think, yeah, I haven't been able to think about my character for a long time because the game doesn't give you that many options for it. But I think I was made a pretty typical warrior, enjoys fighting challenges and life. It's very. I could see people volunteering for this, and I would be fine with that. But it's clearly not how it's being used in practice, and it sort of diminishes what I appreciate in life. So I certainly don't have a huge vested interest in trying to maintain it, or give it to Branka's hands at least. She is not going to use it responsibly, that's guaranteed. So I needed to bargain with Branka. I won't make golems. I'll think he'll make the same case I made if I choose this option, but I want to see what he says to that.
As long as the anvil exists, it may be used to create slaves, and it will be used. Why seek a more difficult path when another, easier path is available? Help me destroy it.
Uh, in general, I don't agree with him. Basically what he's saying, because there's potential for something dangerous on this, it should not be used in any way. And that's in general, if you go that way, you could say kiss goodbye to most technological advances in general. There's danger there, sure, but just because if we destroy the Anvil of the Void, there's no guarantee that someone else doesn't find a way to do the same thing. And then what did we achieve? Basically nothing. He just doesn't want to be the one who did it. He has a bad conscience about it, but I in general don't agree with his line of thinking. The danger is there, but it's not a necessity, and even if it happens, there's a very likely corrective action immediately following that, as it is in most cases. People in general aren't evil bastards and do care about others. Yeah, Branka would use it to help fight against the Blight. It is certainly an easy path. I don't see why you couldn't build other war machines, why it's so dependent on these golems. They would be useful and convenient now, but they're not in any way a necessity. So I think I'll lean towards... I suppose you of all people would know the risk.
So it fights with Caradin? Good. That seems right.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion shames me.
No, you will not take it! Not while I still live!
Branka, don't throw your life away for this.
She's not the Branka you know.
Just give her the blasted thing. She's confused. Maybe once she calms down, we can talk to her.
It's not a risk I'm willing to take.
Bah! You're not the only master smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey me! Attack!
A control rod! But, my friend, you must help me. I cannot stop her alone.
Ogren disapproves, -10. Win approves, +7. You're gonna fight or just stand there. Okay, a couple of stone golems. Caradin is clearly out of fight. Couple of stone golems. Stone golem, stone golem, stone golem, stone golem, Branka. Shit. I'm scared about the Quake option. If we get sucked into a fight where we're all in a single mass, it's just gonna lead to a huge amount of trouble. So Shale and Ogren, I guess. So Shale, Ogren, and I will take one of the normal ones. Win to what you want. I'll have to die.
Yes.
What the fudge are you doing?
I'll kill it.
Win. Okay, what is happening here? We could focus on Branka too, I suppose. I think it'll take a lot of time to take her down. Stone golems will buy us a bit of time. Dumbass. No life boards. Where's the revive? Yeah, don't go there. There's too many guys there already. Hey, I don't think attacking Branka with anything will do all that much use, but we could try to petrify her. Hope to keep her out of the fight for a few moments. Yeah, resist. What a shock. Excellent.
Where to?
A lot of lyrium veins. I suppose we could just use those.
I shall do so.
Yeah, it's about to end now. Just kill the last stone golem and we're safe. And now it's just Branka against our entire group and stone golems, so she has no chance. What is she doing? Oh shit, she's using the lyrium veins too.
I shall do so.
Who's that? Golem registry.
As you say.
I'm taking the lyrium veins because it seems the Branka is using them for something. We're not taking really damage from fighting against Branka, So I'm guessing it's the end for her.
I shall do so. Enough left. We must have victory. I shall do so.
She's down for.
I shall do so.
I am a Paragon! I cannot wait!
I must.
Got it.
Okay. Branka shield. Vanguard. Silverite mix. Okay, I'm taking the armor too. Yeah, dagger. Don't think so. You see a large stone tablet, chipped with age, with a great number of dwarven runes carved into its surface. Examine it. The writing is in Dwarven and appears to be a long list of names, each with the stamp of their house next to them. You recognize few of the house names. Bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made this sacrifice, let their names be remembered." Carvings are still deep enough that a tracing could be taken, allowing the information to be carried elsewhere. Okay, Shale, do you recognize this?
No. Perhaps it thinks I should. It may have something to do with Carradon's words. If there is some way to make a copy of these runes, I am willing to study them. Perhaps there is something to be gleaned from them, I know not.
Take a tracing of the tablet. The ancient runes are traced into a stack of papers, which you saw in your pack. I don't know if you can do this if you don't have blank level vellum with you. Luckily we did. Golem registry. Anything else? Methods. Okay, we are over capacity. I guess plot items will override the capacity restrictions, which seems like a very sensible thing to do. I don't want to talk to Carradon quite yet. I'm more interested in looting what's still here.
Got it.
Medium silver bar. Damn. Okay, we're going to need 5 additional room. We might as well get rid of some of these. They're absolutely useless to us at this point, because there's better versions of them. They're worth some cash, but That's it. The anvil glows like liquid metal from the lyrium vein through it, but dark stains attest to its bloody past. It is built straight out of the stone of the floor. Trying to move it would require years of chipping away at its base.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
How is it that the woman was not able to disable me as she did you, Carradine?
I do not know. Have you been altered?
I once had a pathetic little mage of a master. He did something to me, experimented on me, and then I killed him, and it rendered me paralyzed.
Perhaps he was bringing forth old memories, and caused you to remember the time when you fought at my side. The paralysis you speak of always resulted when the Master perished. As for your free will, you were always a strong woman, Shell. I am pleased to see you remain such.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Do not thank me. All of this is my doing, my legacy. But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it.
It was good to meet you, Paragon. I intend to ensure that your warnings about the golems are heard by the Circle of Magi.
Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Okay. Ah, shit. I think I would probably prioritize Ogun because yeah, you lost Branka to this. What do you want?
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Branka back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a Paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice.
Forging of the Ring.
There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
It's unfortunate the anvil can't be salvaged.
Aye, that was my great pride, and soon enough, my shame.
But where will you go? You don't mean to...
I do. I live to ensure that the anvil was never used again. Now it never shall be. We all must have an end, Cher. May yours be one of your own choosing.
What?
You have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust and all tongue shall. May you always find your way in the dark.
I got a lot of Ogryn's approval back, so no real loss there. I didn't like this. First of all, having the metal golem drop into the lava, that's fine, but how it was implemented was sort of a more of a comical thing. Other thing, hitting the anvil with the hammer destroys it. Really, really. The anvil that has been hammered God knows how many times that he hammered a few seconds before we hit it. Yeah. No. That just isn't going to happen. Maybe it should have been done. It was connected to the lyrium veins right into the anvil. It would have been, I guess, more appropriate to just do something with the lyrium to cause a reaction or something like that. It was very anticlimactic. But yeah, we have now our epic crown of the kings. Is it any good? Paragon forged crown. A flawless crown possessed of detail that defies the speed with which it was forged upon the anvil of the void, destined for the chosen king of Orzammar. So yeah. The idea certainly isn't bad at all here. But yeah, the end just no. Maybe if the golem would have lowered itself into the lava and look at me and raised his thumb, that would have been a much better ending.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Okay, the assembly. They need to know as soon as possible. I don't really agree with that, but its other options is sort of a selfish option, and then let me look around. So
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
hopefully we can get there without incident. I'm don't want to get into sidetracking adventures here. Just want to reach merchants, get this over with.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
We should let the Warden speak. What news do you bring?
I bear a crown from Paragon Cardin for his chosen king.
Caridin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
And we are supposed to trust this. The word of a drunken sot and a murdering exile known to be in Harrowmont's pocket.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Hortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
Caridin chose Harrowmont. It's a lie. I don't give a shit. I want this thing to over with. I don't want to give them an excuse to potentially bigger about something. So he chose Harrowmont.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Warden. You have acted with grace through this entire torturous process.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
I will not abide by this!
The ancestors have spoken.
Harrowmont is your new king. Stand behind him.
You turned your back on Orzammar when you killed our brother.
Watch out! They brought weapons!
Guards!
Yeah. I'm glad it's into this. Finally we can properly put all these loose ends behind us, so...
See enemies ahead!
Wonder if we should let everyone die here. Well, we shouldn't, but it's an option to think about. Yeah, they don't have the numbers. Few dashers could die. I don't really care. Balin is pretty much the only one left anymore. I petrify you? I don't think so, but we'll give it a shot. I didn't use petrify, did I? No. Yes, yes I did.
Later. Just call me the Reaper!
Just so you know.
I admit I did not think even Balin would defy the word of a Paragon, nor that so many would follow him. But most of Orzammar has seen him for what he really is, and I trust we will bring this insurgency under control.
Show them you are a strong king and they will follow.
I prefer to be known as a just and compassionate king. Strong too often comes to mean tyrannical, but I will not leave this uprising unpunished. Those loyal to the throne will begin preparations for a surface mission immediately. Orzammar will fulfill its treaties. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get to the palace and set our plans in motion.
Yeah. And my son.
Tell your lover to bring me the child, and they will both have a place in House Harriman. It is the least I can do for your father's grandson. This is the staff I carried as King Endrin's II. Take it as a reminder of your place in Orzammar. I wish you luck against the Blight Warden. May we foster another 4 centuries of peace.
Your role in this election will long be remembered, Warden.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Can't have room for this
Now it's
shit.
better than later.
Here you have small, flawless ice crystal. So a new weapon for Shale. These not great damage, but armor penetration, 10% critical backstab damage bonus, and 22.5% cold damage plus. Converts all damage to cold damage. I think there's also some kind of synergy thing. I mean, if you have the same type of a weapon crystal and an armor crystal, you get a bonus. But we don't really have a good ice crystal armor. We would need spirit or lightning. We need to create more room. No more daggers. I think no. Get rid of that. Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. Finally. So Orzammar is pretty much complete. There's few minor things we can do here and there, but we've secured their aid in fighting the fighting the light. Yep.